down. It's a workplace comedy. It's a blue collar comedy. Think about it. It's small business owners, right, that run an extermination business in New York City. Now just add ghosts.
I don't know. I don't think it was just like, pointing and shooting.
No. It's not. It's not the same. I know. I'm talking the 2016 movie was lazily made because Paul Feig didn't want to do it. Amy Pascal bugged him 3 times to do it. You learn this from the Sony, the email leak. She asked him 3 times to do the movie.
As I recall, Paul Feig gave her this whole pitch about like this dance number.
Yeah, and if you go and you watch the movie, it's in the end credits.
Right.
If you watch the extended cut, it's actually in the movie.
It sounds like he was soft. It sounds like he was soft pitching for himself to get the gig.
No, this was her 3rd time pestering him over it.
No, she kept asking him to do it.
Yeah, he kept turning it down. He didn't want to do it. And then he finally just sent a pitch over via email. And then she was like, great, let's do it. Like, there was no care given to that script. None whatsoever. And so it was just like, it was just a terrible idea. The bad guy was basically just a men's rights activist without any character development. Because that's what they basically referred to him as. I think it's Neil. Was that his name? Yeah, no, we never really got his name.
I thought he was a guy who was bullied.
Well, that's the whole point. He was bullied, but they were like, they were treating him like he was a men's rights activist. They were, he basically, an incel. They were treating him like he was an incel, right? Like, I want to destroy the world because no one will touch my penis. Sort of thing. You don't know what an incel is?
I think involuntary virgin.
Well, involuntarily celibate, but yeah, basically men who.
But like, it gets used so much these days, it's lost all meaning to me.
I don't understand why people don't know what a hooker is. That solves the problem.
It's not legal. Should be legal.
Go to Las Vegas.
Outside of the city, Clark County, but yeah, or whatever county it is.
I mean, you can't get one. I was just saying.
Oh, well, yeah, no. You walk down the street, the people that are handing out those cards, they're always like, they blow the whistles and they go, here, they give you hooker trading cards. Las Vegas has had its own version of cards. No, Las Vegas has had its own version of Pokemon for years.
Jennifer Awesome Ortega.
Also, hookers.
And then I'll have a better idea if they're doing this.
No, we did that in a short film of mine one time. We actually had been to Vegas the week before, and I forgot we had those hooker cards. We had collected in the side panel of my friend's car, and we needed to shoot a scene for this mockumentary about a guy hunting midgets, and we said midgets were addicted to pornography, and we just oh, I'll find it for you. Hold on.
That sounds great.
It's called. It's terrible. No, it didn't star me. I shot it and I directed it. But it's bad.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. It's actually based upon finding an actual what's it called? An actual urban legend in San Diego, by the way. Here you guys just want to watch it. It's like 8 minutes. It's terrible.
Sure, let's do it.
Lewis is like, I want to talk about hookers.
Yeah, at least you don't have to worry about Kappa in this one.
Yeah, well, you might, because here, I'll skip past the first 30 seconds are like.
I don't know, should I put this up?
Yeah, now go for it.
Yeah. Make sure
Okay, you ready?
Sound.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I have sound turned on. All right, we're gonna. There's gonna be like, God damn it. Okay, it's gonna have copyrighted music, but you don't care.
Good day, and welcome to another exciting adventure with me,
you?
your host, Alan
No.
Strongbum, Dingo Stalker. We're here in San Diego, California, to explore the myth of the mythical midget town of La Jolla. Come on! So before we get started today, I thought I'd give you a little bit more background on the creatures that were stalking.
Oh, it's terrible.
Now, these
It's
midgets
terrible.
can grow up to be over 3 feet tall and leap up to 25 feet straight into the air. They've got razor-sharp claws and even teeth more dangerous than that. Now, these creatures are very skittish and are usually diurnal. That's why we're out during the day. So we're gonna try to find these little creatures and see what we can find out. Right, now another thing about these creatures is it does have, like any other animal in the animal kingdom, natural predators that try to come down on it. Right, their natural predators include the spotted owl, crows, and the Japanese.
This was all ad-lib. By the way.
Right, So it looks like we've stumbled upon some tribal markings of the vicious warrior caste of the midget town. Now, if you look here at these markings, you can clearly make out that they do not want us here. It's a warning to fend off predators. Obviously, the word willow means strong but bending. And the rocks obviously represent their weapons that they hurl through the air at us. Right, so right now we are on our way to Mount Soledad, where my good Aboriginal guide friend, Google, told me is the location of the mythical midget villa. Now, a little bit more about the legend that goes with this mythical midget villa. It appears that these creatures came here long before the Spanish, who are originally thought to be the original colonists of the area. But now we know that in fact the midgets were here a couple of years beforehand with little grass huts made mostly out of straw and spit. Right, so here we are up on Mount Soledad, trying to get a bird's eye view of these creatures' natural habitat. Now, these very elusive creatures are very secretive, so we're hoping from up here that we can help pinpoint their location and maybe learn a little bit more about these very secretive creatures by examining their habitat. Right, so we're here on Mount Soledad and I found this girl. Now, what is your name?
Danielle Miller?
Nice to meet you, Danielle. Now, do you live in this area?
Yes.
Right, what can you tell me about the mythical midget town of La Jolla?
Well, it's right off the main road down here off Mount Soledad, and it's on an unmarked driveway that looks like a regular house, and I know that if you go in there that the little people can chase you with guns, so you'll be scared and run away.
Right, so you're saying that these creatures are hostile and very territorial?
Yes.
Crikey, we're nearby. We've got to go. Right, so now we have confirmation.
We actually
that
just
somewhere
met
in
her
this
like
area,
2 minutes before we should have met.
town, in fact, exists.
That was unprompted.
Now, we're gonna get back in the Combi and head on down the hill and see if we can locate these mythical creatures. Right, so we found this rural driveway, which apparently that is one of the paths to the mythical midget town of La Jolla. Right, so we're hot on these creatures' tails. We're trying to find them here. We're still on Mount Soledad. We have confirmation that they're somewhere in this neighborhood. Let's keep looking. Crikey, come get a shot of this. This is pornography. As everyone knows, midgets are highly addicted to pornographic images. Now, I'm gonna leave these here. I wouldn't want to disturb the natural order of things. But that just leads to believe that we are somewhere in their direct vicinity. Come on. Right, so here we are, still on Mount Soledad, but now down in the residential
I apologize
area.
greatly for
We're going to be
this.
setting a trap here to see if we can capture some of these
I
little
think
friends of ours.
fantastic.
Now, I got this old Aboriginal trap given to me by my good friend Google and Map Quest. Now see, it involves simply this, a box with the name of their favorite treat on it. Now, it is very rarely known that midgets, in fact, subside themselves on high sugar diets, such as Twinkies, like this. Now, a Twinkie to a midget is like a nice steak to us. Irresistible, they can't pass it up. So we're gonna go and set this trap.
Nice steak.
He made up all this dialogue on the fly, by the way. All of this was done on the
Trap is
fly.
set. Now for the bait. Right, so now the waiting begins. It's already been about half an hour, and so far no midgets have gone for our trap. But I have faith that eventually one of them will fall for it. Right, it's been over 2 hours now, and so far there hasn't even been a nip at our trap. But I still have faith that we're gonna get one of these guys. Yeah, wait. Oh. Never mind, I thought it was a midget. Turned out it was just a beagle in a sun hat. It's been 8 hours. I'm getting tired. Totally famished. I'm beginning to sober up. I'm beginning to think this was all a myth. What was that? It looks like we've had a visitor on our trap. For some reason the trap failed. But you can tell by the teeth marks on the Twinkie that it was obviously a midget. This gives me hope that somewhere on this mountain there is, in fact, the midget town. Right. So it turns out the midget that I thought had come and partaken in our trap and eaten half our bay was there. But it turns out that it was just that goddamn beagle in the sun hat again. That beagle, I swear, I'm going to catch that beagle. Anyway, I'm beginning to think this is a myth. I'm gonna go and do some more research. That's just what I'm gonna have to do. Right, so it looks like this museum has unearthed a prehistoric midget egg. Now these eggs, unlike other creatures, can house up to 2, 3, even 4 midget cubs in a single egg.
Speaking of
which
3
is
hours,
really amazing. Then once they hatch, they come out full size, ready to take on the world. Right, so it turns out that this is in fact just an urban legend spread amongst the locals for their own amusement. So, after 5 days of searching, we've come up empty-handed. But don't fret, there's always more adventures to be had. I guess we'll just end up having to file this one away with other such myths like Bigfoot, Area 51, and penile enlargement programs, which I know I've tried my fair share of. Join us next time as we travel to Kansas in search of the merry old land of Oz. Until then, good day, and see you next time right here on the Dingo Stalker.
Wait, where's the payoff, man? There's no midget at the end?
No.
Dude, you are the mother effing Rian Johnson of midget movies, you SOB.
It was
this
a
movie
it,
was SJW
well, to be fair,
propaganda.
at the end,
This
at
is
the end,
SJW propaganda. You're just a Hollywood shill, all right? You had the female lead kick everyone's ass.
I waited for 8 goddamn minutes, and I didn't get a fucking
I
midget
know.
at the
I don't know any little people. I'm sorry. So we just, but at the end, we
you don't
did
know
clarify
any little people. Why didn't you put yourself in?
because who would hold the
one would've
camera?
known the difference.
Who would have held the camera?
Wait, someone was holding the camera?
It's terribly. That was me.
telling you, man.
That was so bad.
Matt, you are the Rian Johnson, man.
Dude, you have no idea. Like, you have
Matt
no
Johnson.
idea. I've got like other terrible short films.
No. We've had enough for one day.
That was like
that was just I was like, it's funny.
that was like watching
Jeffrey's review,
Godzilla.
I have a question for the panel.
Yes, sir.
Where can Mando take Kevin to be safe?
Wait, go ahead again. What was
Oh,
What if at the end of the series,
it? Yes.
Sebastian Stan shows up as Luke Skywalker and he'll be like, I will take baby Kevin. As my new student.
You want to have Sebastian Stan's baby? What?
No, Sebastian Stan.
I don't want
shows
any
up-
more Luke, man, after episode 9. I just
As
leave it
Luke.
alone. Just leave it alone. Last time we saw him, he tossed his lightsaber behind
But
him.
like he's running around the galaxy with this kid who is apparently strong in the Force, but can't
Who?
defend himself on his own. What is he going
Mando?
to do? Yeah.
He's gonna wait 30 years, and it's still when he dies, it's still gonna be a kid. So he's got to have kid
Yeah,
with.
so where's he?
He's had
where's
it, he
he
needs
kid
to have a child with that lady he met in the tribe. So that lady, when Mando dies, he could give baby Yoda to him to take care, and then when he dies, he can give it to the next person because
Mando
apparently
needs
those.
a
Huh?
I mean, he couldn't stay in the village because the bounty hunters were tracking him in the village.
Well, I like the way Cara Dune told him, the mask thing is not a big deal. So that like kind of, I think he's gonna take off his mask.
I have another question about the Mandalorians. When did they have this idea that they can't take off their helmets? When was
It's a
this
code.
idea?
It's just a tribal code
Since when?
since Mandalorian the show.
When did that start?
A few weeks
last
ago?
episode, yeah.
AVN
No, when did
2001.
they adopt this cultural idea of we can never remove our helmets until we never take it? And when we do, we can never put them back on.
Well, that's just something that's inserted into the Star Wars mythos, like the rule of two.
rule,
I mean, we
okay.
never thought we never knew the rule of two existed
This was never a rule about Mandalorians before.
until it is. We didn't think that we thought a lot of Sith Lords were going to fight a lot of Jedi's until they inserted the rule of two.
Except Sabine takes her helmet off literally every week.
Is she a man? Is she born in
Yeah,
Mandalore?
she is a true Mandalorian. Yes, she's of Clan Red.
Man, you guys are gonna hate me, but the cartoons are probably not even canon.
No, they're canon,
Well,
unfortunately.
so I'm gonna have.
Yeah.
I mean, that cartoon is the reason we saw Loth Cat this week.
Yeah, inspired. I mean, the cartoon's gonna inspire, but I've always heard Lucas say
Well,
the live action.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna come over there.
Who, me?
I'm gonna learn you real good.
Hey, it
Louis.
doesn't mean I don't like the cartoons. It just means that I don't think maybe
I'm
they're
gonna
not
put
canon.
a rear naked choke on you.
Matt,
Wow.
could you re-cue that show again so we can rewatch it in slow motion?
Yeah, I actually just checked Facebook and saw that Mark, the actor in that, his dad just died. So that's sad.
That sucks.
Yeah. No, I've known his dad since like 2001, so it's like that's just
Recently passed away.
Yesterday. I don't check Facebook very often, so like I don't see a lot on there.
Well, Matt, if you talk to him, let him know that we presented him, and
Okay,
we thought he did a great job.
For where this baby could be safe.
The baby's going to be safe once the Empire stops looking for it.
But the First Order is coming, Matt. First Order is going to be here in very soon.
The First Order is going to be coming in like 15 years. From this, I would say most likely the baby Yoda is going to end up going back to that Krill farm in the end. Once they figure out how it all, like, you know, fighting off the Empire, they're going to send him back there.
If they don't kill off Baby Yoda could be
but then how do you
a character in another trilogy in the future.
How do you deal with the Bounty Hunter Guild, the tracking fobs?
Well, the tracking fobs, we don't know how the tracking fobs work. I was watching, I think it was like Thor Skywalker. I've been watching a lot of people's theories about this episode because it's interesting. But he said, he's like, what if it only works when they're on the planet? I'm like, for one, how would they know that they're on the planet? I guess. I don't know. I'd like to know more. Is a tracking fob, like, is it like tied to your DNA or something?
They would know because they were out in the open at the bar. Everyone could,
everyone could, but no one would no one also paid it any mind.
Could be a chip.
They just calling it they kept calling it like, oh, your boy.
We don't know who was in the bar.
Well, but like the waitress who can't act.
Yeah, the waitress. Yeah,
you really hate her, don't you?
No, I don't hate her. I watched that scene again, and she's just all like, "Well, thank you, sir."
Well, the episode was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, and this was probably her first major directing role.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Has she ever?
Did she direct, in your guys' opinion, does she remind you of her dad as far as directing?
No, not at all.
No.
Nope.
But that also
Ron Howard's a mensch, by the way. Sweet man.
What?
Ron Howard's a mensch.
Bryce Dallas Howard's father. OP.
Yeah. He's a sweet, sweet man.
What's a mensch?
He's a mensch is Yiddish for like a good person.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Opie Cunningham is a good person.
It's a good person.
I'm just saying, Matt. People come around to that bar, ask, "Have you seen this creature?" Some people would squeal. Come on.
Well, yeah, not saying that they wouldn't, but how would they know to get to? How would they know to get to that place? Because remember, we went specifically looking.
What?
Jeffrey, do you have headset on?
No.
Okay, that would explain it. If you guys are talking, well, no. The way that the noise cancellation works with this is if you don't have a headset on, it tries to compensate by cutting off your microphone if there's going to be sound that plays out of it, right? Like that's not you talking. So if it ever starts to mess up, like when we all start talking over each other, I know Jennifer and Michael and Jeffrey are going to have problems. Or Miguel, sorry. I don't know. It's Michael Miguel. Which one is it? Mike, sorry, man.
That's
okay. I don't know. I just know like they get bitchy at you for saying your name is, Louis, and they're like,
no,
why don't you
what
put
they call me?
You know what?
it's the tang? You don't put the tang on it. You don't put that tang. The Luis. I guarantee you'd score more tail if you started saying Luis.
Do you know what
I'm Luis Leca. I run nukethefridge.com.
Jutina.
What?
My mom said I could be called a Jutina.
Jutina?
Jewish Latina. Jutina.
All right.
I like Mexican better.
Mexijew?
Mexijew.
I don't know. You might find yourself in some odd company in south of the United States.
Just the way I like
Roman
it.
numerals is in the house. What's up? I love you, man.
Oh, there you go.
Are you gonna go smoke, Jennifer, or no?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry, I have a nicotine addiction. I can't help it.
All right, everybody, let's talk about her as she leaves.
She leaves.
I don't know her well enough to talk about her. That's the problem.
All right, me first. My God, she's hot.
Man, I put my jacket on. It's 10 degrees outside.
Oh, wait, where you're in Los Angeles? What?
It's very cold right now.
Oh. Do you know how cold it is where I am right now? It is legitimately okay, it's 32 degrees. But it's gonna drop to it was 19 this morning. It was 19 degrees this morning.
Ah!
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
Headset is on now.
Is praying for my haters.
I don't want to hear shit about it being
Jennifer,
cold.
I am also
Okay,
Jewish.
Jeffrey, let's
So
ask
shalom.
about the bar. What's up,
Shalom.
Roman numeral?
The bar, I mean, look, if people are coming and going from that bar, word can get around. That's my point. Sup, bud, Roman numerals.
Well,
Thank you.
okay, hold on though, Jeffrey, because at the very beginning of the episode, he says there's no major industrial cities, there's no major spaceports. It's a small, out of the woods town, planet,
Yeah.
or out of the way planet.
Word can
Meaning,
still, word can still get around.
well, again, and that line ties into the end of the episode where he's like, we caused some action here a few weeks ago, but that was a few weeks ago.
All right. So, but it took a few weeks, but word still got around, and a bounty hunter still found him there when he thought the kid would have been safe. He thought the kid would have been safe there, and he was wrong.
I still don't think though that he has orders to kill. I don't think that the Empire Pershing. I don't think that I don't think that Werner Herzog is giving the order to kill directly. It's dead or alive.
It could be another. It could be another.
I think it's
part.
competing. I think it's competing. It just seems to make the most sense.
It could be. I don't rule that out. But
why would it be Jedi?
Because it could be too dangerous, man. The kid could be too dangerous to the.
What is it like? They're gonna lure him to a small like hut outside of a Jedi temple, wait for him to go to sleep, and then slink upon him. No, that's Rian Johnson work right there.
Look how easily they found BB-8 in Maz Kanata's bar. With communicators.
Well, someone narked him out too.
Exactly. Someone
But
in the
that
bar.
was like, but that was also like, word got around pretty quick. It's getting out there. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe you're right.
Look. The guild could have put out a Hollow Net video saying, "Be on the lookout for a Mandalorian walking around with a tridactyl child. We're looking for them," and they could have gotten narked out.
I'm sorry. What's a tridactyl?
Gizmo.
Tridactyl.
I don't know. I've never heard of tridactyl.
Just short, I don't want to call it Baby Yoda, so I'm just.
Why? Everyone calls it Baby Yoda.
Because he's not Baby Yoda.
But maybe everyone calls it Baby Yoda.
I mean, everyone calls me Jeff, and I don't like it.
What do you want to be called?
Wait, what's tridactyl?
Sounds like a pterodactyl.
Tridactyl, I think, means like his digits.
It sounds like a sex act.
Hey, before we go back to the Mandalorian,
having three toes or fingers is
oh.
So just call him Little Shocker.
I like Kevin or Tridactyl.
You like the name Kevin?
What do you guys think of this?
Yeah, I do like Kevin.
Jeffrey, what do you think of the ET? The ET?
It was a high-end Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, but was the commercial effective for Xfinity? I mean, no one was talking about Xfinity. They were just talking about ET returning. Do you think they lost their
shirt? They were promoting Xfinity products in there. They clearly
did. It work though? Was it good marketing? What do you guys think? I disagree that it helped because everyone was just talking about ET.
I mean,
I watched it this morning.
What do you think?
I don't think it was especially great. I'm sorry.
Do you like ET?
Me or Jeffrey?
Jeffrey?
I love ET. It's one of my favorite movies.
Matt?
Oh, I love ET. It's not my favorite Spielberg movie, but it's a solid film. And the soundtrack is fantastic, obviously. The episode, the commercial was cool.
Yeah.
You know, like it was really cool to go back. But the thing, what bugged me about it though, was the fact that E.T. was CG. And I mean, it was probably a mixture of like practical
Really
and
not
CG.
the whole time. It looks like they used some practical.
It was a mix. I forget. I don't know if it's Stan Winston's studio that did some of the
Legacy did this. Legacy did the Xfinity.
Because I saw it on Instagram. One of the guys was posing with the puppet that was in the commercial.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a mix. I would have preferred all practical. You know, if you could do it in 1980, what, 2?
I think it was 82.
You know,
it came out in 82, so that means they were doing it back in like 80, 81.
Yeah. Although no one ever really talks about it from like the year of production. But yeah, basically.
Is it dated though?
Well, yeah, it's most things from back then are pretty dated.
I think it looks pretty good. If that's CG, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but I know that it was an Xfinity commercial. I have Xfinity, so for me it was like, oh great, a reminder of the $140 I pay a month for internet. You know,
right?
Like, ooh, so this is where my $140 goes. You making this little short. Nah, the best one of those that I've seen was a couple years ago when they bust out the Gremlins for like some kind of telecom commercial out of England. They actually got the rights to do a Gremlins commercial, and it was great. And everyone's like, Gremlins movie when? And then they're like, nothing.
They did that for Back to the Future as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've done stuff like that.
Mike, I know you're falling asleep over there, but what do you think?
No, I liked it. I thought it was a good commercial. I do have some continuity issues with it because I was like, what happened with the whole, you know, when E.T. gets sick and then the heart, you're able to see through it. I thought that's suddenly it's gone. But that was my thing. But I liked it. I thought it was a
I don't think E.T.'s species would be impressed by the internet.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because it was didn't you get on the ride? There was like a foresty type
Forgot.
of world.
Spielberg at one time said E.T. is a plant.
Yeah, because
You
it's
heard that?
a plant-based planet.
Well, he's actually a plant.
Yeah.
So he's a plant?
Yep.
I never heard that.
Yep. He also said he would never make an E.T. sequel because he cannot improve off the original. And that E.T. is actually kind of like could be a sequel to Close Encounters.
I could see
interesting.
that.
I can see that.
Jeffrey?
I like that. I like that idea.
Well, I wish he would maintain that same, you know, I guess you could say integrity when it comes to the other movies that had shitty sequels like Jurassic Park and
Indiana
I mean,
Jones.
Part 2 is bad.
Do we really want Indiana Jones 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the refrigerator too.
I still want it. I just don't want Lucas to write it. But
no, I don't want David Koepp to write it, and he is, by the way.
Is he?
Yes. Jason Kasdan, who was brought on because, you know, after doing Solo, he got brought on to do Indiana Jones 5. Like, they had got rid of the first writer, they brought in Kasdan. Kasdan lasted maybe a couple months, and then they got rid of him and they brought in David Koepp. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? The monkeys. Okay, we all, you know, I'm a Kingdom of the Crystal Skull apologist. All right, like I am.
Love that movie.
I know you love it. No, I love it too.
I just absolutely love it.
Only thing I don't like is the monkeys.
Oh, that killed it. That destroyed it.
Because I mean, but my friend actually has a weird theory on that one that I think somewhat works, and this is his theory. He goes, "You ever notice how the monkeys and Shia LaBeouf have like the same hair?" And I'm all like, we were watching it at the drive-in. I'm just like, yeah, they do actually. He's like, yeah, it makes me. He's like, I wonder if that's why they followed him, because like they looked at him like he was the alpha monkey. And I'm like, that.
I never noticed.
I mean, like, I guess.
What about
like
the prairie dog? Maybe the prairie dog had the same haircut.
What about
Indy.
What about the prairie dog was in the opening shot of the film? Out of the blast radius. That's another thing. But you said yourself you're not a nuclear scientist. I'm not a nuclear scientist either. But if we're talking about just the hypotheticals and probabilities here, When you look at what was dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, all right, it was low yield compared to what we have today. What we have today could decimate us overnight. What we had back in the 40s, totally different.
Okay.
So it's like it was a massive explosion. There would be fallout. That's why they cut to the scene of them they got him in that chemical shower and they're scrubbing his dick. All right.
Okay.
So it's like there's a reason why they weren't.
Is that really enough to? But I mean,
it's a movie. It's a movie.
I mean, look at what happened to John Wayne, and that was long after nuclear testing.
It does. It's a movie. It's a movie.
Nuclear radiation killed half of that cast of that John Wayne movie.
We're okay, yeah, but that's a movie, and people died realistically because of being near something in poor production. Okay, fire the location scout. All right. All I'm saying is
Frank Darabont might have written this scene, by the way.
Who cares? I legitimately don't care if he wrote it.
Are you saying you like this scene, Matt?
I do like that scene. I like the whole movie.
Yes,
outside of the monkeys, as I just said.
Right here. What the hell?
I don't want a fifth film. Leave the memories alone.
I think
Louis, that was for your scrubs.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is.
Hey guys,
not perfect, but to me it's one of the most perfect movies ever made.
It's my favorite movie ever made.
You want to see something like really awesome? You ready?
Go.
Ooh.
Clip was so appropriate.
Oh my gosh.
And what's funny is like the viewership is steadily increasing.
Now it's actually increasing.
Nothing like Scrubbing D that would get people to watch.
Hey, thanks for everyone who's watching late night. We're not drunk or anything. We're just talking nerd stuff.
It was a deleted scene from Temple.
No matter what we talk about, Jeffrey's going to ask about the Mandalorian bar scene. And
I want to know how the tracking fobs work. We still don't really
I think there's going to be it could be DNA. It could be something digitally inserted in the target.
Have you seen Austin Powers, the second film, and how they put the tracking device?
No.
Into Fat Bastard?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
the rectal tracking device. And then they found it in a stool, and then Austin Powers drank the stool.
Yeah, exactly.
It tastes a bit nutty.
I mean,
he kept drinking it too.
This coffee tastes like
it's a bit nutty.
Is Matt back?
I'm here.
Yeah, Matt.
We were just talking about you.
By the way, Jennifer, I am also Jewish.
People.
Dude, that was like a conversation an hour ago, dude.
Jennifer left for a bit before I could talk to her about it because I was getting my headphones on.
Do you want us to leave and leave you to?
Yeah, we're gonna. We have to have
no.
Well, I mean, hold on, Jeffrey. Let me ask: how Jewish are you?
I'm full blooded.
There you go. You're looking for a nice lady.
Did you have a bar mitzvah?
Yes, I had a bar mitzvah.
I had a bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Thank you. Are you like Sephardic Jew or
No.
half Jewish?
The problem is Ashkenazi. My dad's side of the family, there's some Spanish and Mexican stuff going on there. But my dad is convinced that they were Jews that were converted during the Inquisition.
Oh, okay. That was a thing.
Mike had a quinceañera.
I know it's
Jews during that time, Jennifer, they had to keep their faith a secret.
Wait, let's put the background music to this.
But if you look at me, I look very Jewish. Like the Jewish genes are very strong. Oh wait! I want to show everyone what I got in the mail, though. Hold on.
You set up a stream for them.
I was just curious. It's not
Welcome
like that.
to Nerd Report After Dark.
Hold on. I think. Wait, should I?
Look what I got in the mail. It says Jennifer and the Sacred Heart.
Oh yeah.
Should I need a condom?
Isn't that kind of sacrilegious, Jennifer?
Tonight
Oh, great. Jeffrey's going to school her on what it means to be a Jew.
No.
I went to Jew school, okay?
Yeah. So did I.
Even S-wise.
Oh
Wait,
my
did
goodness.
you guys go to the same Jewish school?
No,
Did you
I
grow
grew
up
up
here,
in
Jeffrey?
I grew up in Texas.
They have Jew school in Texas?
Believe it or not, yes.
Hmm.
Texas is not, just so you know, Texas is not like some I mean, I'm
Well,
not going to say
Dallas-
all of it. It's not all like backwoods hillbilly rednecks who own firearms.
Just like 90% of it is.
Just I was gonna say only 90%.
You
I
know it
mean,
is Sacramento.
clearly you've never been to Houston.
Spend some time in Katy, actually.
What's Haiti?
Then
Katy.
you would know. Then you would know how racist you're being right now, Matt.
When I was driving to Katy, a nice gentleman driving a Chevy S10 pickup was alongside the 10 East, and he had a nice full gun rack in the back of his truck. And then there wasn't really an on-ramp for him to access the 10 freeway, so he just drove across the grass divide from the highway to the freeway. Not a care in the world.
And still not as bad as the driving I see out here.
Well, the driving you see in LA is a combat sport.
Lewis.
In LA, it's a combat sport, yeah.
Movie. Lewis, this movie had one of the worst endings I've ever seen.
I
By
love
the
this
way-
movie, and look at this woman. Look at this woman right here. Look at
films of the year so far. And I'm serious. And not because you're just here, but
I know it's because of me. I'm too charming.
You're lying to
I
him.
get it.
Lewis, can you
So
explain
tell us
the
a
ending
little
of
bit
this
about
movie?
career.
You know, I kind of forgot. Is it the one? Well, the natives helped her, right?
No, I mean at the very, very end.
Where
It's
there's
the
a, I forgot it, man. There's
The
one of
ending
the
is
Obviously, it wasn't a
comes
very good movie.
No,
for
she
you.
comes back. One of them escapes.
Wait,
She
is
escaped.
remembering? Hold on a second. So you judge the how good a movie is if you remember it, right?
Well, I mean, obviously,
You
it
remember
wasn't
it, so you like it more than I do.
I mean, you're saying it's a good movie, but obviously, it wasn't that memorable for you.
Well, no, I love the cinematography. You remembered it more than I did.
I remember it for how bad it was. It was memorably
What didn't
bad.
you like about it?
Everything.
Cinematography was awesome.
You
Action
know what
was
I don't
awesome.
like about it? No one's
What?
asking you. I'll tell you.
Bad dialogue, bad writing. The ending was ridiculous.
Jennifer,
It's
go.
one of the worst
I
endings
love
I've
horror
ever seen.
movies. I want to make out with all horror movies, but I'm not big on Eli Roth because I'm not big on the gore. Just like the torture kind of things.
You mean torture porn?
Yeah, but same here. But here he impressed me.
In the beginning was hilarious though at the college. I'm like, oh, they all deserve to die. He's a good Jewish boy though. Good Jewish boy.
When I did this interview, they were talking SJW. They started.
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm sure.
They were like, well, you know,
Oh,
these
I remember
social-
that during Gamergate.
Yeah, they.
But he used real people like.
Well, you know what she
forever
told me, right? She goes, "Oh, you know, you got these social justice warrior kids. They're rich white kids. They go to, to South America to save the forest, and they don't really know what the hell they're getting into, and you know, they just get eaten." By the natives.
They were saying that he showed like the people that he used in like the jungle or whatever.
Well, it's a
Cannibal Holocaust.
yeah, it's
like,
Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
That one was brutal, man. All
Oof,
70s movies are brutal.
But at the end of the movie, she basically honors the tribe that ate all of her
Because they
group.
were
They were being
saving the
persecuted by the deforestation
yeah.
people who were cutting down the rainforest that they were trying to save.
Mm.
And she said, and she denies that any tribes people captured her and tried to eat her.
To protect them because the companies were taking down the forest.
But then we find out like the guy who was the head of that group survived and is like still out in the wilderness somewhere, like some sort of James Bond villain or something.
Yeah, I remember something like that.
That she had the guy she had a crush on initially.
Yeah, the one she went to the South America for, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But
That was terrible.
how does the Mandalorian track them though?
I want to know how the tracking fobs work. I go on to Wikipedia. There's nothing on the tracking fobs. This is
new, man. This
is a new thing.
Yeah,
we don't understand how they function. I need to know these things.
Well, but
so I can sleep at night.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Well, I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they owe it to us to explain these concepts.
Well, have you tried tweeting it to him?
Yeah, do it.
There's a lot of
do
things
it right now.
Favreau owes us, by the way. I'm just saying.
Like what?
Friends. Ugh, I don't like that show to begin with, but he didn't make it any better.
Wait, who?
Jon Favreau was on Friends.
Yeah. He was on that UFC episode. He dated Monica for a while.
I remember that. That was how many years ago was that?
It was like almost 25 years ago at this point.
Oh crap, I'm old.
But he was on Seinfeld though as the clown.
Yeah, he was the clown.
He was the clown on Seinfeld?
Yeah, when George yells fire.
I know exactly the episode.
Yeah, he was the clown.
As I recall in his arc, Favreau was like this big rich like tech magnate.
Yes.
Basically like an Elon. He was basically like a 1990s Elon Musk or something. And he was dating Monica.
Did anyone ever see Chef?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
a good movie.
It was good.
Great movie.
Really
I wanted to eat like everything in that movie.
Jeffrey, I know it's late, man, but we still got kids watching.
I mean the food. What do you think I'm talking about here?
Men.
I'm not talking about Scarlett Johansson.
She was in it?
Yeah.
You know what? Marriage Story. Sorry, just made my.
I thought you were talking.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
Which one?
Marriage Story.
First of all,
what about Iron Man 2?
It's been getting good reviews.
I liked her in that, but Marriage Story is just
They gave us tissues with a picture of her face on it going in, and made me want to kill myself.
Scarlett Johansson? She was in Marriage Story, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. She was awesome.
Right?
Kylo Ren is in it. Kylo Ren is in it too.
Yeah, that's the one with Adam Driver.
It was great acting by him, but just not a good movie.
Really? I'm hearing nothing but great things about it. I haven't seen it.
You know what? It's a pretentious movie for like rich white people that think they're patrons of the arts. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's a reverse When Harry Met Sally.
Kind of like the Goldfinch was kind of like that.
Is it Dustin Hoffman, Meryl Streep, Kramer versus Kramer type thing?
Kramer versus Kramer makes that.
Kind of Kramer versus. Yeah, but not as good.
I think it's more like a married couple trying to get through a divorce without it.
She was in Jojo Rabbit. That was pretty good.
She was great
I
in
liked
that.
her in that. She was really
This
good.
one was just. I feel like Noah, whatever he.
Noah Baumbach.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, look how clever I am. I'm so clever, and I like some of his movies, but this one he was just like, I'm very clever. No, you're not. No, you're not, Noah. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know who in the hell liked this movie.
You know what? It panders very well to the audience, to a certain kind of audience. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It will win awards.
Divorced. Anybody's gotten divorced.
I've been divorced.
I mean, I nearly have, because we weren't technically married, but it was close, and did not hit any notes with me.
Robert will see it and let us know what he thinks.
Yeah.
No, I've been divorced too.
Does the guy end up paying tons of money?
Yeah.
That the other person doesn't get?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah. That'll hurt me then.
This is why you just don't get married.
Exactly.
True. Very true.
I'm against it.
Hence the reason why, with your first thought, with all the porn.
I'm not against the idea of marriage, but
bad idea.
Oh well.
Porn card.
I'd marry Edward James Olmos. That's it.
You'd marry him?
Yeah, I'd be his fourth wife.
James Olmos?
For like a month. Edward James Olmos. For like a month, I do it. He is a charismatic man.
Stand and Deliver is one of my favorite movies.
Only actor that did an interview with being flaked.
He flaked?
Yeah.
What were you interviewing him for? Was it Battlestar?
I don't even know, man. I was like, I was on the other side of San Diego at Comic-Con, and they're like, "Hey, dude, interview Edward James Olmos." I'm like, I'm on the other side of. I'm like 5 miles away. No. Interview him for this cartoon or this movie. I forgot what it's called.
Is it Agents of Shield?
Huh?
Is it Agents of Shield?
No, it was Edward James Olmos, right? No,
Yeah.
for a movie.
The Mayans?
And then I got there, and I was sat through the panel, and then like I'm waiting in the back, and then they go, "Okay, you ready for your interview?" He goes, "No, I have to catch a plane." Leave. He left.
He's an important man. Okay,
That's
he's
fine.
busy.
Monday, I'm supposed to interview Anya Shalatra and Freya Allen, so hopefully that will all go forward.
Who's Anya?
Anya is Yennefer in The Witcher.
Yennefer, I love that name.
This is her. This is sort of like her, like big, like breakout role. Like this is her. Like she has not done any major work before this.
Is Henry Cavill going to be there?
He might be there, but I'm not talking to him.
Okay.
As far as I know, not like I wouldn't talk to him, but that I'm not scheduled to speak with him. So he might be there for all I know.
If I was there, I would kidnap him for you.
Does he give you a butterfly in your stomach, Jeffrey?
I mean, I'll say this. I like what I've seen so far.
Wow.
Embargo broken.
That's not embargo. That's not embargo.
Well, what have you
Based on
seen
the
of
trailers? The trailers. You look at the trailers. I like what I've seen in the trailers. So there you go. No embargoes have been broken, Lewis.
Tell us what you think about the plot.
Trying to get me in trouble here, Lewis. What was that?
Tell us what you think about the plot, Jeffrey.
I can't say.
What happens in every episode?
I can't get into that.
Spoil it all.
What do you think of the costumes?
Based on what I've seen in the trailers and publicity material, the costumes, well, I'm very mixed. I'll say I'm mixed because if you've seen the images, there's a shot in the trailer of Kahir, played by Eamon Farron, in the Nilfgaardian armor, and it looks like utter garbage, hot garbage, and I'm not happy about that. I think Geralt of Rivia's costume for Henry Cavill looks good generally, but some of the armor sets are just horrendous looking, and I don't know why they went in that direction. And the explanations that Lauren Histrick has given are subpar. So I feel like it was a major failing on the production's part to go ahead with that Nilfgaardian armor design. Because the Nilfgaard is basically like, how would I say this? They're like the they're like the Lannisters of this show, basically. So they should not be wearing such armor.
I like whoever the chick was with the black gothic dress. I like that.
That's Anya Shalatra.
Tell her she has a good style on that show.
I will. Well, I'm very excited about that.
Tell her how she can reach me here at Muse TV.
No. She wants to hang out with me, Mike.
That will probably be
the clip I saw at Comic-Con of her looked very. This is a very important character to me, so I'm very pleased with what I've seen from her so far.
Ooh, important character.
I mean, like, I'm sure all of you guys have had just like stories or things where you have this, where the characters just capture your imagination. Yennefer and Geralt are a lot like that for me.
I just love the name Yennefer.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's a great name.
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Oh, she sounds Jewish.
Well, I mean, it was written. How do I say
it's Polish.
Polish. It's a Polish.
Where
origin.
my family is from, Jew family's from, Bialystok, where the Bialys from.
So.
Very interesting stuff. I know.
I think the reason Henry Cavill works in this role is he can do the silent brooding loner thing, and for Geralt of Rivia, it makes sense. people don't want to see a brooding, tortured, sad Superman. It doesn't work for Superman.
Yeah, I think he's done with Superman.
But for Geralt, like that's where Geralt lives. It's like that's what drives Geralt of Rivia, is just being this brooding, lonely dude who's all contemplative, and he's all tortured and
I think that was at Snyder's direction, though. I don't think it was you know.
Well, I'm not. Look, I'm just saying that doesn't work for whoever's direction it was, Robert. It doesn't work for Superman, and it made people unhappy. It made
Robert.
That's my point. That works for Batman because that's Batman's whole shtick.
Well, that's Batman.
Yeah, exactly. People don't want dark, brooding, tortured, lonely Superman.
Do you guys want
who's
this
sullen and
back in
unhappy
Star
the whole
Wars,
time?
DJ?
I hate this character. It was such a waste of a good actor too.
You know, he probably had the creative input for that stuttering thing. That was weird.
I mean, what else? What else was he supposed to do with this character? That we get nothing out of this character. Literally nothing.
Toxic
other than that,
fan,
he's like
Star Wars fan.
Other than that, he's just this sort of neutral. I don't want anything to do with this, with the First Order, with the Resistance, blah blah blah. And he's a data. What? He's a data slicer. Is that what they call it?
I'm not sure, man. It was weird.
I like how people thought this character was Ezra or some nonsense.
I was, every time he'd open his mouth, I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
I was done with it after a while. I'm like, oh God, I like Benicio. I
Okay.
really do. But
shouldn't
bitch, you ain't Hannibal Lecter.
Shouldn't Poe be court-martialed though?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not a real military.
Pablo Hidalgo says it's a real military.
Pablo Hidalgo also has his head up his ass about a lot of things.
But I
mean,
it's
like, for one, but in that moment, it doesn't really matter. They were all dead. Like,
it was their fault. It was their fault.
It was Holdo's fault. It was really Holdo's fault.
But Poe was demoted by Leia.
It wasn't even a real demotion.
Did you see that Poe kind of like held Leia was leaving and he actually put his hands on her?
Yes, because they've been fucking. Like, it's in one of the books.
No, that was so weird. They were?
Yeah, you haven't read that book?
No, man. Come on.
That means
Poe and
man, come on.
What it's called
it's
called One Night on Crate.
That means she's an abusive spouse because she did slap him.
Jeffrey, could I play your review of Dark Phoenix real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, let's play that, please.
All right, guys. If you haven't seen this yet, this was like, I got a lot of demands for for Jeffrey to be on after this. They wanted him all the time as a regular. Ready? This is an epic nerd rage review of Dark Phoenix. Here we go.
It's a nerd report here on YouTube. We're gonna get Jeffrey's. We just saw.
You guys can hear it, right?
Yeah. Dark Phoenix, and I want you to let us know what you think. Jeffrey Harris, 411 Mania. I'm going on record right now. This is the worst X-Men movie I have ever seen. X-Men Origins. It's worse than X-Men Apocalypse. It's worse than X-Men 3: The Last Stand. They not only screwed the pooch on the Dark Phoenix saga once, they did it again the second time, and it's the same guy. It's Simon Kimber. Why do they keep letting him ruin the Dark Phoenix saga? It is ridiculous. Now, through half the movie, there was a fire alarm going off. I was there. You better be halfway to Vegas right now, because if I find you, it is not going to be a good time. Second of all, it's set in 1992. Why does Michael Fassbender still look like Fassbender? Why does James McAvoy still look like McAvoy? Like they are not aging. Did these X-Men just go on an adventure and find the fountain of youth and forget to tell us? Like, what is going on here? Where is why are they not aging at all? It's set 30 years after First Class. It's been 30 years. Could you tell us what you really think? The movie sucked. It's the worst
That was awesome, man.
That was like right after the screening.
Were you there, Robert?
No, you were telling me about it. But
Yeah.
Jeffrey you guys come out of the theater, and Jeffrey's screaming in the lobby.
And then behind me are all the Fox execs.
I was pissed off though. Did I do something
I'm
wrong?
pretty sure
Lewis,
they knew
did I-
that the movie was not.
Did I do
very
something
well.
wrong?
No, it was great.
It was awesome.
Robert, did I do something wrong there?
Oh, that was the most genuine, like heartfelt. Like, dude, this movie was bad.
And you want to know what happened, Robert? I went to the premiere the next night.
Oh, that's right. I saw your. I saw it on.
Yeah.
I think you had it on Facebook.
Happily. The movie sucked, but I'm here an hour and a half early to get the good seats.
If the
free food and free
first of all, there's Robert. There's no evidence the Fox people were still there by the time we left.
Yeah, Robert.
They might have already left by the time we got out.
Out of that screening.
Yeah. Usually they don't hang around by the end, other than the security.
Oh,
They're
my
usually
God.
all gone by the time we leave.
They don't care.
I don't
They
think
they kind of knew the movie was going to be.
I'm just saying. If I committed some egregious sin by going on that rant, I didn't see it. I mean, when we got out, I didn't see any Fox people standing around, unless there were people who worked on the movie exiting the theater.
Simon Kinberg.
I mean, if he was there,
Can we do
screw
one
it.
more? So awesome.
Report. This is Lewis here. We're at
Look at that
P23. We
stud.
just witnessed some new footage from the rise of Skywalker. Look at that. And you guys have been asking for Jeffrey.
I actually like this one
Okay,
better.
but dude, I'm gonna ask you, what the hell is going on? I'm so confused.
Obviously, Rey is Palpatine's daughter.
Yeah.
And she has been pulling the wool over our eyes for the past two movies. What we saw today, we saw Rey turn evil. She turned full on to the dark side.
Yep.
She looks like Palpatine. She pulled out a lightsaber. She unfolded what was a red stiff lightsaber,
Yep.
that was double-edged, just like Darth Maul. She is Palpatine's brood, man. There is no way a character like this can come out of nowhere and just like, oh, her parents were junkers. They were just random people. There's nothing random about Rey. She is true dark side all the way. She is the legacy of Palpatine. She is the legacy of Palpatine. That's what's been happening here. When she's fighting Kylo Ren on that kind of narrow kind of bridge, dam area.
And look at
with
the
all
Star
the
Destroyer.
water
Look at Star
raining around.
Destroyer remnants.
There were Star Destroyers.
No. That thing that she was fighting, I'm gonna guess it's Endor, and those are pieces of the old Death Star.
Whatever. But the fact is, Rey has gone evil. She has gone to the dark side. That's
Whatever.
what we saw today. Robert knows it.
Yeah.
Robert over here
I can't-
knows it. Lewis, who's filming this video, knows it. You know that Rey is evil. Deep down, search your feelings.
I love that part. That's my
Search your
favorite
feelings,
part.
Lewis. You know, search your feelings. Deep down, search your feelings.
I love that.
Search your feelings.
That was
Search your
awesome,
feelings,
Jeffrey.
Lewis. You know it's true.
Was that Palpatine giving her orders?
Yes.
Do you
obviously.
love Palpatine?
I don't know. We'll see. We have to see how
You
this
know
all
he's my
plays
favorite
out.
Star Wars character, right?
What was that?
You know Palpatine's my favorite Star Wars character, right?
Well, we'll see how this plays out. We know Palpatine is in the movie in some form.
That was awesome. People love that.
Was anything I said wrong or inaccurate
Where?
in that video?
The one about Palpatine? I don't know
Yeah.
if I'll see the movie.
I don't know. Movie's not out.
Clearly, I was on point on some things.
Yeah, I don't know if Rey. Oh, well, yeah, you did say that Rey is related to Palpatine, right?
He
Correct.
did.
That is a theory, maybe. You know.
I
Yeah,
said
it is a theory.
I'm sticking with she is Palpatine's legacy.
Well, some very
Her parents were
credible
not. Her parents. There's nothing. She's not a random nobody. There's no way she's a random nobody.
I kind of like her as a random nobody.
I did too, but at least it explains
What's going on over here?
her abilities. Oh, you know, leave Jennifer alone. She might have been checking her phone or something, or checking a tablet.
I'm reading the Torah.
Because you're
because it's 12:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and you're like, you know what sounds good? Judaism.
Wait.
It is a Sabbath day.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Oh,
Wait. My parents got to for me as a kid.
Jenny Ortega goes to Israel only on Cinemax.
Jennifer,
puts
have
the
you ever-
wailing in the Wailing Wall.
Oh, I sure do.
The Gaza
Jennifer,
Strip
have you
is
ever
now the
taken a
Gaza
birthright trip?
Bermuda Triangle.
You know what? No, I didn't. Is because my uncle is a rabbi in New Jersey, so I've been to Israel twice with his trip.
Oh. I never got to do birthright. My parents didn't tell me I was entitled to go to Israel for free.
Yes.
Speaking of Jewish, has anyone seen?
Wait, hold on.
Uncut
How does that
Gems?
work? I'm just kind of curious on this one.
There's-
You get to go
there's
to-
a-
Right. And
Yeah.
you could go to Israel for free if you're a Jew. I think you have to be. I don't know. We aged out, all of us.
I think you have to be up to 25.
Oh, okay.
basically.
Oh,
Quick
I'm
question
24,
though.
perfect.
How Jewish do you have to be?
Not.
I think there's a specific.
Like, because I'm kind of curious because the way I look at it, it's kind of like Indian casino profit splitting, right? So is it just like? Is it- I'm just curious. I don't know. I'm Canadian.
You know, it's a weird movie. Yentl
That's a weird word.
movie. Barbara
Streisand.
Matt,
yeah.
Matt, I have the Matt. The Birthright Israel gift is open to all Jewish young adults ages 18 to 32 who have not participated on an educational trip since they turned 18 nor lived in Israel past the age of 12. Those applying from the UK must be 19 to 32 years of age. Those who identify as Jewish and are recognized as such by their local community or by one of the recognized denominations of Judaism, applicants must also have at least one Jewish birth parent, basically. 18 to 32 years old.
Well, again, define how that works. Is it like
My mom's calling me. You want me to ask her?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
do it.
legitimately curious because like my aunt was like, "You're Jewish on your father's side." She doesn't sound like that.
Mom,
one parent. You
I'm
need
on
one
a
parent.
live stream, but how
Mom.
how Jewish do you have to be on Birthright?
What?
How Jewish do you have to be to go on Birthright?
I don't know.
Mom, you're so Jewy. How do you not know?
It says on the website at least one Jewish parent.
We're trying to
One Jewish
one
birth-
Jewish parent.
Yeah, but it's like it's like in my family it goes back like 400 years. So it's like I don't know if there was a cutoff at that. I mean, I'm 37, so I can't go in this
Okay,
thing. Anyway,
Matt, do you have
I'm just curious how Jewish I am.
Matt, question. Do you have a birth parent who was legit Jewish?
No. But then
no,
again,
you are
but
not-
then
you don't count. Then you don't count.
But then again, it's all like, we're talking the religion or the race.
Kahov velava.
It has
Right?
to be. Look, here is.
I mean,
like that.
I went to a B'nai
Identify-
Mitzvah once. Does that count?
No, it does not count. You have to identify as Jewish and are recognized as the Jew by the local community.
Well, Matt,
It
you
says
feel
right
like-
here.
What if I just moved to a new community?
Matt,
You convert.
Do I just go? Do I go there? Do I like present my foreskin as proof? Like, what's happening here?
You know what?
If you don't have,
you still have to. I get even if you
convert and you have a kid, and that kid identifies as a Jew, then that kid would be eligible when they turn
Okay,
18.
I'll keep that in mind if I want a free
Matt.
trip to the Middle East.
No,
Matt,
you won't get
so-
the trip.
Matt,
It'll only be your child.
Matt,
but I have no family there. Where would they go? Like,
I have
who?
family there. You can stay with them.
There we go.
No,
Very
the
hospital.
the birthright organizers take care of that, Matt.
Oh, okay. I don't know how any.
I was there so long ago. I was able to go to Jordan. I don't think that happens anymore.
No.
Click my vid. Ray had a similar fight style as Sheev. Yes, you are right. Click my
Can we
vid.
talk about something real quick? I hate that name, Sheev. I really hate that name. Who
I don't
made
like that
that
name
thing
either.
up? It's awful.
It sounds like
Yeah.
shit.
It was probably the Lucasfilm story team.
Jesus. I should have brought that up in the Who Wrecked Star Wars debate over there at Nerd Wars.
It wasn't Jar Jar
Get outta
Binks. I'll
here.
tell you that much.
Was it?
I mean,
is it really okay?
Know.
I know the movies came out and it's Palpatine, but is it Palpatine? That's what we were calling him until the damn movie came out.
Like,
What is it really?
Well, they never. Just keep in mind, no one ever actually says Palpatine in the original trilogy ever. No one ever says it.
No,
but it wasn't. It was mentioned before though. Before
it was
prequels.
it was mentioned, I think, in supplementary material. But
how
it was
were you
never...
reading it? How were you pronouncing it? Palpatine or Palpatine?
I thought it was Palpatine.
I always thought it was Palpatine.
I mean, look.
Until the movie.
It said on the Star Wars.
We never heard people. We never even heard people say it until 1999.
Well, Sheev is awful. So or whatever the hell, dude. That's so bad. Do you guys like that name, Sheev?
No.
What kind of name is Sheev anyway? Does anyone know where it originated outside of the films?
Sheev?
Yeah.
I have no idea, dude.
Is it Arabic? Is it
Arabic?
I don't know.
No,
they get the names. They get the name.
Arabic.
Arabic?
These yes.
These Arabs.
These.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, you are
That
so
is
Jewish, Jeffrey.
pronunciation, police.
I am.
What's your Matt? What's your problem here?
Yeah.
No,
Matt.
your pronunciation is wrong.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I get it. I get it. I mean, like
this is the greatest character ever made in Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious himself. So Lucas goes, dude, how did I mess this up? Because Ian McDiarmid's acting was awesome. That's like the only character I can't mess up. Let me see. I think I'll call him Sheev.
Well, I have no issue with the name Sheev.
It's awful.
It's not. Who cares?
I do.
Do you ever call? So Lewis is an awful name, right? Just saying. There's some bad Lewises out there.
We have
Louis
no
CK?
evidence. Lewis, we have no evidence
Lewis,
that
the boxer. There we go.
Lewis, we have no evidence that Lucas named him Chief.
Well, he was named that before the sale, so.
No, we don't. No, he was. No, his name was not revealed until 2014, post sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is goddamn Disney Star Wars.
Unless this is stuff that Lucas mapped out before he sold the company.
Well, he did the McClinky. That was him.
Yeah, we know that. We know that now, but we don't know about the whole sheep business. So it could have come from Lucasfilm Story Group, or maybe it came from Lucas, but we don't know.
I say just blame the Story Group.
I think I'm just going to go to bed and watch Clone Wars.
The point is, we never heard his name come out until 2014 is when his name.
How do you get that information? When was the Coruscant first introduced? What year?
1997 with the special editions.
That's when they
on film. Beforehand, I believe Coruscant was in the EU.
Because originally, Lawrence Kasdan was wanted to have the Return of the Jedi. The final fight was gonna be there, but they had a different name. Well, it was.
And he might have come up. It
was a different name. It was a different name though. It was an Imperial planet, and then they decided to go with the moon of Endor. The Centauri moon.
I'm pretty sure Coruscant was in the EU before the special edition.
Do you want to see how our audience looks right now? Watch this.
Oh, is there no one here?
There is. It goes up and down.
Do we need to end this already, Lewis?
No, this is the way I look at it. I'm having fun. I don't give a crap who's here or not. If they come in, everyone's welcome. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Now I'm curious about who came up with Coruscant. Coruscant first appeared in the expanded universe and was called such for the first time in Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire. So there you go.
Oh, that's cool.
So 1991 was when we first got Coruscant. So Timothy Zahn is the one who came up with the name Coruscant.
Timothy Zahn?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they did grab some stuff from the EU for the prequels and whatnot. So And basically, and here's another thing I have. Everyone who's ticked off about Disney throwing out the EU, George Lucas already threw out a lot of the EU with the prequels. So shut up about it.
Could we throw this guy out? Look.
Well, Lucas also never cared about the
Exactly.
EU.
Exactly.
But fans care about the EU. Now,
I
here's
get it. I like
this
the
character
EU
right here on screen.
I like
this
the
is
EU
one of the
too,
worst
but
characters
Lucas
ever
never
in Star Wars.
Lucas never cared about it. He only he grabbed a couple things he liked and he used it for the prequels, and that was about it.
So Rick Oley here. What do you guys think of him?
I mean,
him or Jar Jar?
It's not easy. It's not easy what he had to do. He had to fly that ship.
Well, he was the dude explaining what was going on to the dumb audience. This is Coruscant. The entire city, the entire planet is one big city. Look, there's Chancellor Palpatine. He's looking to the right. Eventually, he'll become the Emperor. We're on Tatooine. It's a desert.
Rick Oley helped save the entire group.
Damn, Jennifer, is there an earthquake going on in your house?
They wouldn't have gotten. They wouldn't have gotten off Naboo without Rick Oley. So he is crucial. That is Deep Space Nine. Thanks for blowing that up. Thank you, Click My Vid.
What other character do you guys think is just like
a man?
What?
A man.
Huh?
A man.
A man.
That's Phenomena.
Close enough.
Matt's like, how do I get out of here?
I'm just saying, I like the EU, but I can understand why Disney just sort of started
this guy.
a fresh slate.
Remember this
Tanaka.
guy?
Oh, I like Tanaka.
He's Captain Typho's uncle.
Well, the actor wanted too much money for the sequel, I heard. You guys remember that?
Yeah, Typho was supposed to be Panaka, but the actor didn't want to come back, as I understand it.
Is that him? No, Saw Gerrera.
No, different character.
Yeah, but they have
That's Forrest
Saw Gerrera
Whitaker
right there. Yeah, I know.
Forrest Whitaker is a Scientologist.
I mean,
there's a lot of Scientologists.
Tom Cruise is a Scientologist.
Scare the hell out of me.
Yeah, they're fun people.
Ah.
Well, I mean, not like they're exceptionally grand or whatever, but when I say that they're fun people, I've read stories of what happens if you go into one of their Hollywood Center or whatever with a bender.
Oh,
let's say
friends with an actress because she kept trying to go to the Celebrity Center. I was really scared shitless.
I think I would go in and check it out. You know what I mean? I'd walk in there.
Didn't Leia Remini expose some of their just crazy activities on her documentary thing?
There's been a lot of stuff. People have gone in there. The introduction video they show you for when you first sign up. Someone bootlegged it and released it online.
It's a cult. It's a legal cult. What are you going to do?
Most cults are legal to some extent. I mean, any kind of organized religion is a cult if you think about it. If you really break it down enough.
Except for Jews, because we were here first.
We're the chosen people, and also the church.
But hold on. See, Jews say they're the chosen people, but so do Scientologists.
You know what?
So who has the trademark on the chosen people?
L. Ron Hubbard. He made Battlefield Earth suck. Okay, there you go.
Preach.
That movie was awesome.
Drink during mass.
So, Lewis.
Yes, sir.
Would you say love has blinded you?
Yeah.
Just such great wit and dialogue.
There's a Jew, Natalie Portman.
Huh?
There's a Jew, Natalie Portman.
Yes, Natalie Portman is also Jewish.
From Yerushalayim.
JILF.
Who's seen Uncut Gems?
Oh, I want to see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I saw it yesterday.
Natasha Lyonne is a fan.
What I got?
Did you get the screener?
Yep.
I got the screener. It's really good. It's weird but good.
I saw Knives Out by Rian
How was that?
Johnson.
How did you like it?
I think it's very fun. It's quite amusing and funny actually. It's like it's borderline a madcap comedy.
Mike,
in
you
some
going to
way.
go to Malton's class with me to see it?
Oh yeah, I kind of want to see it.
He'll be there.
I'd rather see it for free.
He'll be there too.
Oh, who?
It was hard for me. It was hard for me to get over Daniel Craig using this heavy, thick Southern drawl, though.
Oh, that's weird.
I'll ask him a bunch of Last Jedi shit.
It's basically like a couple hours of Daniel Craig going, now I'm not a big city detective, but I know a thing or two about the subject of murder.
I'm not a big city dick.
Is he Bob Thornton now?
It's a thick, heavy, like Southern Kentucky kind of like 1800s accent. I don't know where it came from, but that's his shtick the whole movie.
Billy Bob.
He's like the Hercule Poirot character of this film.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what he even describes it as, and so he just went with that.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that thick accent and whatnot.
I'll wait for video.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to go see it in theaters or just wait till it comes out on home video.
There are some things I didn't love it. There are some things I thought were kind of nonsensical.
Is it doing well in the box office?
Surprisingly, yeah, it's actually coming out ahead of expectations.
Sounds like it's doing well.
So I think it's going to hit 42 million.
I'm sure the Phantom Menace is going to love that.
Yeah, they'll try to downplay it or some shit like that.
42 million is really good for that.
Mm-hmm.
But look, before Last Jedi, Rian Johnson was a pretty beloved director.
I love Brick. Brick's genius.
Yeah, but Looper was shit.
But Brick was genius.
I thought people liked Looper.
Nah, I mean, well, I think people think they like Looper, but they're wrong. And I say that, and I only really say that. No, he at least puts out content that can, that at least functionally makes sense.
Looper has an 82%. Since we're all so big on the audience scores for Rotten Tomatoes, Looper has an 82% audience score.
I never hear anyone talk about it in a positive light. Like,
I actually remember people kind of liking it, honestly.
Yeah.
But I thought it was okay when I saw it. I mean, I was like, oh, that's okay.
And then his other movie, The Brothers Bloom, and didn't he make another sci-fi movie?
Brick. It's not sci-fi. I just like it.
It's like Brick is like a 1920s. Well, it's
high school, but it's like a film.
Yeah. It's like a high school movie that uses 1920s, like dialogue and whatnot. It was pretty decent. I saw it. I went and saw The Lookout with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and with my sister. We both really liked The Lookout, and so we like came back home, and Brick was on. I think it was like on demand. So we watched Brick. And
what's up?
Okay,
Harvey?
I thought he did Surrogates, but that wasn't him. It was Jonathan Mostow. I'm sorry.
No, Surrogates.
Jonathan Mostow did Terminator 3. I kind of like that one.
Yeah. Some people do like Terminator 3.
What happened to the Matrix sisters?
Matt likes Dark Fate.
I do like Dark Fate.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Matt.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, yeah. And to a lot of other people, I have every right to be wrong in my opinion. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And you have every right to enjoy what you like.
That is true.
What's this?
Hey, Harvey Fong, thank you for joining us.
You're what?
It's Mike being utterly bored at this point.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Bumble. Looking at Bumble.
Has anyone here ever watched Goblin Slayer?
No.
What's that?
Okay.
Anyone good on Bumble, Mike?
There's a few, but doesn't mean I'm gonna anybody's gonna swipe left on me.
You just gotta have a really convincing headline, right? Like, just get right to the point. Just go 10 inches. Just go 10 inches.
I like to say I could put you on TV.
That could go so many different ways, though. That could go into an area that nobody wants to go into.
Well, I mean, are you looking for a relationship or something with like no strings attached?
No strings attached.
Are we gonna
depends.
have the late night nerd chat or love
I'll tell
advice?
you the thing about Tinder, Bumble. You don't want a relationship.
It depends on what.
No one wants a relationship. Come on.
What's Bumble?
Is it a dating app?
Oh,
What?
Bumble, I sucked at
Really?
because Bumble, the woman has to message you first, and they only give you 24 hours.
Oh, is it a dating app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm old. I don't know.
You know what?
Jennifer, have you ever used JDate?
Oh, JDate. Oh, JDate.
Jeffrey's sending you his profile right now.
That's
Lewis,
Jeffrey
have you ever
dates.
used Grindr.
Grindr, I love.
Date is Jeffrey's date.
Have you used Grindr, Lewis?
Never heard of it.
Grindr.
Matt?
No, I've never touched Grindr. No. As for Tinder or all the other ones, I've been with my girlfriend for 11 years in
there's
3
couples
weeks.
on Tinder, just to let you know.
We're not really into that sort of thing. I mean, I'm not necessarily against it, but it's like, no,
Oh my
it's
God,
one of
what
those
has
things.
this come to?
It's one of those things where it's like when we got together, like right before I got together with my girlfriend, I was using like plentyoffish.com, right? Like I didn't even like trust OkCupid. I was using Plenty of Fish, which is just a terrible dating website. It was free. Or I would do Craigslist. Back before they got rid of Craigslist dating, I did that a long time ago.
Also, a good way to find escorts.
Yeah, funny. I found one on San Diego that I went to high school with in Portland. Right? And I'm not kidding you when I say this. I kind of regret not hitting her. I did actually let her know that I found the ad. And then I was like, oh, hey, I found this ad. Don't ask why I was looking there. And then she's like, oh, thanks for telling me. Then I found out later on she actually did escort work. And I'm like, I think that was actually her.
I'm sure it was. She's from Portland.
This is in San Diego. But
Oh.
like what it was is it's her husband, I think now husband was from the area as well. So I think that they were down there.
Jeffrey, take this question.
Come back from a family dinner.
Let Matt finish first.
all things considered, if I would have made that phone call, I would have.
Come back from a family dinner. There's a hater in my family. Okay, this is what you do. Root to your family and make them go. What?
Came back from a family dinner and Star Wars Episode 9 came up. There's a hater in my family. They were longtime fans of Star Wars, and some of them were so upset about The Last Jedi that they refused to see Episode 9. Look, when I saw...
Can you please shed me some light on why the haters are out there?
I don't know. Hate is a powerful emotion. It makes you strong. It feeds you.
Because people have no lives. And they're miserable about everything. They need something to be miserable about.
People, I just say people just need to like have more sex and they'd be fine.
Hate is a strong motivator.
Those things don't work.
Wow, you say that with such confidence.
Well, I knew when I saw Last Jedi at Disney that the movie was going to be polarizing. I knew people were going to have strong feelings about it.
Well, Jeffrey, we saw it. We saw it in the same screening. Remember Last Jedi?
Yeah. And I remember
we all left the theater like kind of like, oh, that was good. And then the messages on Facebook started like, hey bro, like what did you really think of the movie? Like,
I left kind of confused.
Yeah, we were confused, honestly.
And I think people were still on board. Like when the screening we saw, which is an audience that's conditioned to like pretty much love it no matter what. I think people were on board when they saw Luke was tricking Kylo, but when Luke died, I think people were like, what the hell? What's going on?
Well, I knew something was wrong when the guy behind me yawned real loud and echoed through the entire theater.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But I got to be honest. I mean, not the following year, I got to see the finale of Rebels at Disney, and it was like a big premiere. And I'm like, man, I like this a lot more than The Last Jedi. And I told this to another critic, once it was over, like that was better than The Last Jedi, and that critic looked at me sideways. Like, fuck you, basically.
Was it a female?
No, it was a guy. It was a guy. I won't say who it was.
Say it.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say who it was because this is gonna go up on YouTube.
It's probably someone I
message me on.
It was Mike.
Message me.
It was no one in this group. Because I don't even, Lewis, you were not at that. You were not at that. Michael, were you at the Rebels finale premiere?
Fuck no. Disney never.
Robert, were you?
Oh, okay.
No, didn't go.
Yeah,
Jennifer?
We're too big for Disney to freaking be inviting us for shit.
Jennifer?
Disney doesn't like Latinos. They're anti-Mexican.
So are you guys saying that you technically need like a racial beard?
Yeah.
Right? You need like a very upstanding white person.
I need to change my last name to Weiss. My mom's maiden name is what it comes down to.
Yeah, if you change it from Ortega to Weiss, you're gonna get into everything.
How do we get invited? Wait, how do we get invited?
Hold up really quick. We tried that already earlier this year and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
We had a white girl who freaking got us into everywhere and to places that we never even got accepted to before, and we got in.
But guess who loves us? The Mayans do.
Yeah, but
Mayans MC?
One out of so many. We need more.
Mayans MC on FX?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they love us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because
I've been shilling for Disney for a year. Oh wait, wrong speech.
No, you've been working as a fan.
I've been
working as a fan. Shit, I've been called a shill.
Oh, I know what this is.
You were with somebody who was your former.
All he wanted to do was to go to the Galaxy's Edge and be a Star Wars fan. That's all.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I think he was better off not getting invited because that shit was boring.
I thought you liked Galaxy's Edge, Lewis.
No, man, I've never said I like. They say I like it. Anyone on the panel? No. Dude,
it looked like when you went there, you were having a good time.
Well, it's my son's birthday. I was having a good time. I could have been on the sofa hanging out.
Why did you hate it? So you lied?
Well, there was nothing there. I liked the company with my son, but we left Galaxy's Edge. I didn't even look at the entire.
But it's
area.
only one section of Disneyland. It's like you got a whole park there.
I didn't even look at the entire park, the entire section.
I went this summer for the first time in 20 years. I was there 2 hours. That was enough.
The Millennium Falcon was cool, but that's about it. I mean, it was cool.
Well, what about when they open the new attraction in January? Or when? When is it opening?
I'll go, I guess, but I'm not in a hurry.
January 17th.
Maybe next year.
It opens up next week, so let's see how it is.
Okay, so December
5th, it opens up at Walt Disney World. We'll see what people think about it right away.
Mike is it likes Disney, so if he ever get into anything Disney, it's all his, or he'll murder me.
No, only Star Wars related.
I like Captain EO.
They should bring that back.
They should.
They did for a little bit.
No, I know. I saw it there. I saw it there when it was back. But
I like
it's
the
like
weird room with the presidents.
That's creepy.
That's Epcot Center, isn't it?
No, they have one at they have something in like Main Street.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
They need to figure out what they're gonna do with Tomorrowland though.
Okay, so Harvey Fong is adding.
It's time to get rid of it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm confused. Well, okay, Harvey Fong, right? Fong. I'm confused because I remember there was backlash about episode 2. That's a prequel, but people are still excited to see episode 3. What's the difference between that and what's happening now? And I think honestly is because episode 2 left us in a cliffhanger, and we're like, okay, the Empire is starting with Sheev Palpatine, right? He's now in control of the Senate, and the Clone Wars is starting, and all this, like, maybe the next movie is going to give us full on Empire like we remember it in the original series. And with the Last Jedi, I just feel like there's nothing to look forward to.
2002, Twitter hadn't started. That's one difference.
But with Last Jedi ended with the good guys winning and a shooting star at the end. Like, oh, it was.
It didn't really win at the end of that. Wasn't really.
Answer.
That wasn't much of a win at the end of Last Jedi.
Yes, it was.
Sorry.
Everyone, dude. No, dude. I mean,
what are you talking about? Are you drunk?
No.
Are you high?
What is there to look for? Okay.
I
feel like are you being sarcastic here? Like, what is going on?
The nature of Jeffrey has come out. Are you high? Okay.
I don't understand what you're saying here. You're not making sense.
There were no cliffhangers in The Last Jedi.
I don't remember. All I know is
I mean, kind of. I mean, they lost the whole. They lost almost all of the resistance.
But how was that a cliffhanger?
I mean, there were a new school of Jedi. They lost the resistance. They were pretty happy on that ship, by the way.
I mean, it was like what's the cliffhanger at the end of Revenge at the end of Attack of the Clones? Anakin and Padme. It ends with Anakin and Padme getting married.
Okay, hold on. Anakin, going against the Jedi Order. So you're like, okay, now is he going to get in trouble? What's going to happen with that? That's one.
Well, what's going to happen with the Resistance?
Sheev Palpatine taking control of the Senate, and now he's in control of a clone army. Number 2.
Right.
All right.
Hearing the Imperial March.
Yes.
Right.
Because that sets up, when they do that sweeping shot of all the clones getting into the transport ships, and you start hearing it, know what's coming.
Last Jedi ends with Kylo Ren. He's in charge of the First Order now.
He just got his ass kicked for the second time, though.
But it was kind of boring how he got there.
He didn't. They barely escaped by the skin of their teeth, and they lost almost their entire army.
There's nothing in my mind that's telling me, oh my god, the good guys are gonna lose.
It's not like the ending of Empire where Luke loses his hand, Han's frozen in carbonite, taken to Jabba the Hutt.
We don't even know what Jabba the Hutt really is.
And then Lando and Chewie go off to find Han.
Okay, but like you can say that a million different ways.
But still, there was no cliffhanger in The Last Jedi.
What are you looking forward to see, Jeffrey? I mean, I'm with you, man. I want to be excited about this film, but right now, I don't see a threat. Do you think?
I would like some sort of. I would like the Knights of Ren to show up and be like.
But what
so
are
Kylo,
they?
you got your rear end handed to you by this chick, huh?
Bend over, bitch.
I kind of want them. I kind of want the Knights of Ren to kind of like bicker and make fun of Kylo.
Yeah, but that was not a part of the cliffhanger of The Last Jedi. That's the difference between Episode 2 and The Last Jedi. Like what left you hanging? Like what are you curious? Like
where does the resistance go from here? What happens to the First Order now that Kylo Ren is in charge and Hux absolutely hates him and can't stand him?
Okay, Kylo Ren's in charge, but he's lost every single fight. That's the problem.
Except not really.
Who did he beat?
I mean they whittled down the resistance to almost nothing. He beat Snoke. 1, he beat Snoke. 2, he beat Snoke's Praetorian Guards.
Man, I don't know.
He won 2 fights.
Yeah, but he had Rey's help with guards.
Okay, so
I don't know, man. He's pretty. But then he lost. He lost at the end. Like he made a fool out of himself in front of the entire military. They don't take him serious. That's why
look, I'm just saying. Look. You asked what questions and like where are you going from there, and I'm giving you answers.
Yeah. Well, but the question is, why are people excited about Episode 3 from what Harvey remembers, and they're not excited about?
I mean, look, I was not that excited, to be honest, about Episode 3. After Episode 2, I thought Episode 2. Honestly, I thought Episode 2 was worse than The Phantom Menace.
Episode 2 is bad.
It's a bad movie. I'm sorry. It's incoherent. And it makes no sense. And it's based on flimsy plotting. It's the whole prequel trilogy. To me, no one can ever convince me the prequel trilogy is better than the sequels. Ever.
Well, You saw my debate in Nerd Wars, right?
Yeah, I thought you soundly won.
Yeah, and then it still was like because the debate became, oh,
I thought you were murdering. You were pretty much handling that debate.
Yeah, he didn't even know what the characters were in the prequels.
Yeah, like you had clearly you had clearly done more work. Like you had put the work in before that debate. Clearly,
I did.
Well, he's a master debater.
Well, the problem is that it switched later to like, was The Last Jedi a good movie? And I guess it made it seem like I was defending The Last Jedi. I'm not. I'm just saying that a lot of this stuff has been going on way before Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of revisionism.
Yep.
In denial about how bad the prequels were.
Yep.
And how bad Lucas handled the franchise before he sold it to Disney. And I'm like, a lot of the problems that the fans are complaining about now were prevalent when Lucas was in charge.
Yep.
And Lucas was making a lot of financial corporate entity type decisions that didn't really help with the quality control of this franchise. And as you pointed out, Lewis, he did not have the collaborators that really challenged him from a creative and directorial standpoint, like he did when he worked on the original films. The Gary Kurtz's and who was his first wife?
Marsha Lucas.
Marsha Lucas.
Well, one point I forgot to bring up during the debate, not that it would have made a difference, is he had not Gary Kurtz, Ben Burt, who's an awesome sound guy. He edited The Phantom Menace. Why do you have a sound guy editing?
He edited. I thought he just did the sound editing.
No, he did the actual editing of the film. Look that up real quick. I want to make. That's what I remember.
The Phantom Menace.
Yeah. He was the editor of the fucking film. I'm like, dude.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure, man. And I don't know if the sound editing would be, or sound guy would be.
It's
IMDb
Martin
has
Smith
Paul
and Ben Burt.
And Ben Burt.
Both of them.
Isn't
Ben
that
Burt might
weird?
have editing. Ben Burt might have editing experience.
I think it's kind of weird, man. What does he have?
Before Phantom Menace, he did Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. So Phantom Menace was the first time he got a major editing credit, I guess. So you might be onto something there. But look, Ben Burt is a genius. So I mean, I don't have too many problems with that. I mean, Ben Burt created the sound mix for our childhood.
So if Harvey's asking if episode 7 and 8 was viewed as one long movie, would it be better received as a whole?
I don't think so.
I don't know, but we have to see episode 7 and 8,
because I remember the reception for episode 7 was fairly positive, and then the honeymoon period ended in 2016 and people started trashing it, including South Park.
I liked it.
So did I.
Still do.
At the time, I thought, this is, we got new characters, we got new villains. This is, new stories. This is what I wanted. And that's kind of why I'm not liking this whole Palpatine thing, just because Palpatine was gone. All that was resolved. I don't think we need to revisit that. I don't like it.
All right, guys.
Look, I love Ian McDiarmid as. What was that?
We've been on for 3 hours. We should start cutting it down right now.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna go. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go to bed.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
I love everyone in this room. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Jeff.
Please be on the lookout at 411 Mania and at WillJack83 for my press day coverage and Witcher event coverage coming up later next week, or this week, I guess. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone in the chat as well. Okay, now that they're gone, we could really start the show.
Oh my God, it's 1 a.m.
Kryptonite. I know Robert wants to leave. He's right, Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Robert, where can,
He's tired from busting people.
where can we follow you next?
Shit. What do I have going on? I think I'm just playing. I have shows next weekend. That's it. I got nothing else.
Okay, sweet. Do you know where, or do you care to share it? Or
I'm playing in Playa del Rey out by LAX. Yeah, anything follow the Moontones. I don't remember the locations or the calendar. So the moontones.com or anywhere on social media, the Moontones.
All right. See you later, brother. And Mike.
Yep, I got Universal Studios Christmas and Grinchmas event on tomorrow, and we have a bunch of stuff. We have Magic Mountains Christmas thing on Saturday, so we're going to be doing some live streaming from that. We are in pre-production for our show Coffee and Wi-Fi, which launches at the end of January on Amazon Prime, and I'll be at CES in Vegas the first full week in January. So stay tuned to all the coverage from CES.
Jennifer, what do you?
There's some really cool shows from me come around. I'm going to The Voice Monday night. I like Team Legend. I have a present for one of them. And we're doing some fun stuff soon.
Awesome. All right. I'm Lewis. You can follow me at Nerdlecca. That's the symbol right there, at Nerdlecca on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching, everyone in the comments. Hopefully you had a good time. It's Saturday night. We'll try to do more live streams throughout the week. Because I think Saturday is a little slow, but hey, I had a good time. We've been here for over 3 hours.
It's 3 hours.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
You guys could stay on if you were. Nerd out.
We don't have time, Stacy.